It is the 41st millennium. For 10,000 years, the Imperium has dominated the galaxy. There is only war. Every human soul, from the most highborn lord to the most basic servitor, is dedicated to the service of the God Emperor of mankind. The Imperium's battle fleets and armies, from the conscripted soldiers of the Astra Militarum to the elite space marines of the Adeptus Astartes, keep humanity safe from alien threats and cosmic horrors beyond imagining. But there is another war. It is the one in which I serve.
Again, commence for translation.
Our war is not one of battlefields and fleet engagements. It is waged by the dedicated agents of the Imperial Inquisition. It is fought in the cities and hives of the Imperium. In the back streets and the forgotten sublevels. In hive cities like Tertium.
We are surrounded! Don't get overrun! Through this door!
For if the Inquisition fails, if we fail, the Imperium falls with us.
Okay, and with that thorough grounding, hello there everyone, this is iMark3 and welcome to Warhammer 40,000 Darktide. Sadly, I am going into this solo, even though it's a co-op multiplayer game, but I will be joining with randoms as appropriate, and you never know, I might manage to tempt and/or guilt and/or convince, I guess, a friend or so to join me occasionally, but this is a journey for my own amusement and curiosity more than anything else, and also because I get to scream 4D Emperor and all that, and you know, praise the corpse god, worship the golden porta potty, all that good stuff. You can tell I'm a right proper follower of the Imperium scripture. So yeah, what can I say? 40k. You know, I've been on record of enjoying this for a very long time. I picked up Darktide a little bit back, and yeah, we're just going to drop in and have fun, really. I'm thinking of maybe doing like a mission per video or something like that, which means recording time will vary, video length will vary, but at least I'll keep things relatively steady, unless video length and or mission length turns to be a bit one way or the other, in which case I'll adapt accordingly. Anyway, Darktide, we are not Spec Marines or anything like that. We are not high and mighty. We are the lowliest of the low. We are fairly regular humans. And as you saw there, we are working with the Inquisition to shepherd the populace of the Imperium and help to ensure that all remain good and true in his service. I did have some test characters which I have now wiped, and now I will take a moment to make a new character. Yes, I'll be picking a Psyker. Honestly, some careful discussion was had with my other about this, and it's just like, I was going to go with Zealots actually as my first pick, but I got convinced that Veteran might be a good idea as well. But Psyker I was also looking as a possibility, like, or Psyker. And you know what? If we're going to 40k, let's play with the warp. You know, seems like a safe thing to do. Now then, customization. I don't know if this actually has anything to do with in-game stuff. It might pop up during dialogue or something like that. Well, I know actually Archetype does. So this probably does pop up in dialogue. So let me just go ahead and have a quick look-see and pick some stuff out. Don't worry, I will skip ahead through all this. So let us go. Okay, here we go. Our homeworld. The Mobian domain is full of established worlds, burgeoning settlements, and far-flung colonies. Even though you've been on the move for a long time, there's still one place that you can call home. My character is from Messalina Gloriana, which I will probably forget almost immediately. A heavily forested moon that serves as a minor shrine world. Messalina Gloriana has few resources and low population, but is strategically important since the fall of nearby Comaris. So yes, I picked that. And then we can start to set up our flavour of our character. Our childhood. One's character is defined by childhood experience, or so they say. Like so many others in the grim darkness of the 41st millennium, you had a tough upbringing, but unlike many, you got through it, with the scars to prove it. I think I am kind of playing into the whole, like, less than distinguished backdrop for this character. So, we are a Saint Polisher. I say less than distinguished, but we carry out vital drudgery, vital easy work that must be done to ensure everything is proper and just. We come from our childhood as a Saint Polisher, touched by countless pilgrims, the statues, altars, reliquaries, and venerated objects of a shrine world require constant upkeep. Local children are regularly offered up to undertake the routine cleaning of these enormous idols, with parents and orphanages believing such proximity to saintly effigies can only be beneficial. Ah, yes. Well, they can be, they can't be. We've chosen to be a Psyker, so this is probably where this started to take root a little bit. Now, growing up. There aren't a lot of options for folk like you growing up. Yeah, we've already established that one. But you had to find a way to overcome the trials of youth, by fair means or foul. I will say that growing up, as part of my tending to the sacred relics and statues of saints gone by, and among other noble figures, we had visions. It is possible to make a living telling fortunes in the seedy underbelly of Mobian society, but such is the mistrust of witches that it is only a matter of time before the unsanctioned use of psychic powers is reported. Yes. Our defining moment. You've been through a lot. The struggle you call life demanded it. But through all the hardships and all the triumphs, one incident stands out in your memory, which has shaped you more than anything. I noticed that it defaulted to Spell of Madness, but I'm going to check the others and choose appropriately. Let's be honest, I'm already kind of mad, so... You know what? Sure. Let's go with what was default selected. Spell of Madness. Unsanctioned Psykers are considered to be the most serious threat to the Imperium, and they are ruthlessly hunted. Some go on to be pressed into service by the Scalicia Psychana, but for most, a darker fate awaits. Ah yes, Madness in the Imperium of Warhammer 40,000. Who's the judge? Yeah, that probably fits pretty well. Let's go. And, yeah, this is the bit I'm going to outright kind of skip over a little bit. I'm going to customize my appearance. I already have an idea of what I'm going to be doing, so, yeah. Just give me a minute here. Aye, this'll do. So, yes, say hello to my character. Honestly, I knew I was going to skip that bit. because I knew I was also going to be poking around like, do I want this, do I want that, clicking back and forth, what seems appropriate and what do I want to add to it, kind of thing. So yeah, honestly it was a toss-up between the hair colour being this warm golden or just like silver. I decided to go with gold in the end, so yeah, let's go ahead with that one. So there we go. Also got tattoos and scars a little bit as well, which I don't normally go with so much, but I felt appropriate here. Tattoos, we've got the inquisitorial symbol as you saw on one of our arms, and on the back, because we've been claimed by, or marked by the Inquisition at least. Though regarding the whole spell of madness thing, we've got some tattoos near the eye, which is active. Hairstyle is also obviously affected by the fact that our right eye is damaged and there's a scar across it, implying terrible things in the past, but that is what we are going with. We'll continue. Now, personality. Life choices have molded you into the person you are today. There's been happiness in your life, sure, but you're left with plenty of scars, and not just the physical kind. This is what you have become. Okay. The loner, the seer, or savant.
I've dreamed many dreams before, but never like this. They're normally nicer, with delicious food and flowers and comforting colours. Ooh, and songs to warm the heart and lighten the soul. I like songs. But there isn't any music in this dream.
It seems that this is not the watchful cretins.
I should have known the enforcers would not tolerate me forever. My skills they valued, but my nature, that they despised.
Honestly, the Seer's voice reminded me of, I think it was Morrigan, the character from Vermintide. Oh yeah, basically this game is Vermintide, but 40k. So yeah, I don't think I mentioned that before. But the Seer reminded me of that. The Loner is kind of went out of the way and worked with things in the underworld, like getting by as best we could. I think that despite our bout of madness, we didn't really do that. So I've chosen the Savant as my voice here. I should have known the enforcers would not tolerate me forever. My skills they valued, my nature that they despised. I was a convenience, one who could glean truth they could not, who could follow the trail of evidence like a shining path, when all others remained blind to its existence, and all of it asking nothing in return. That I brought closure to the grieving, and the guilty to the penitent's pyre was my reward. And yeah, kind of fits the whole like eye being affected and stuff like that. So this sounds like what my character would have done, especially rising up from being a shrine polisher to things like that. Like started being helpful, being more helpful, until suddenly I wasn't tolerated anymore. Let's go continue. My sentence. Ooh, okay. So this chooses our starting colour and our garb. This is where your life journey has led. You are a prisoner of the Imperium, convicted of a crime you may or may not have committed. But guilt is irrelevant at this point. Innocence proves nothing. Yes, that is the official motto of the Inquisition, by the way. Innocence proves nothing. Makes you fear for our own justice system, doesn't it? Anyway, let's see what our character did or did not do. I think insubordination fits here because, I was doing my thing, doing my role, but then they probably didn't understand my psychic gifts, my Emperor-given talents, and so they did something that I would not be able to achieve, or I did something that they were not expecting. So insubordination it shall be. Disobedience, real or implied, to imperial authority is enough to earn demotion, prison, or death. Starts me off in red. Okay. And name I've already got picked out. So this is Mirai. Yes. And we've actually got a bio based on what we picked so far. So here we go. My character. You were born on Messalina Gloriana, armed with rags and a bucket of chem cleaner, ragtag hordes of youths are tasked with cleaning the trails of muck left by pilgrims or braving towering heights to clean the anointed heads of graven heroes. Such work is called by many names, including Saint Polisher, a term never used in earshot of a priest. Gee, I wonder why. About the time of your coming of age, you began to see murky visions of the future. You used this talent to eke out a living telling fortunes in the dark alleys of the Hab blocks. You developed mental powers and sought seclusion to avoid persecution, but eventually captured and trained by the Scholistia Psychana. It wasn't that you didn't get out of the way for the passing magistrate, it was that you didn't get out of the way quickly enough. That alone was enough to earn a one-way trip to the prison ship, the Trancred Bastion. Sorry, Transced? Not sure how to pronounce that one. You're aboard the Transced Bastion, en route to Atoma Prime. Yeah, so we didn't... Well, given what we were getting up to based on our other choices there, getting out of the way of the magistrates probably implies me doing something that got in their way or, whatever. But that's what we're doing, so here we go. Confirm and play the prologue, because this is going to be a full play. So I'm going to be checking all of the cutscenes and things out, just to let you know. There is no fear in conviction. Revel in the destruction of the Empire's foes. Happiness is a delusion of the weak. Gee, thanks. I've been trying to get happier. There can be no surrender. There can be no peace among the stars. More than likely. Carry the Emperor's will across the stars. The Emperor's will is everywhere, so it doesn't need moving around. It's already there when we arrive. Innocence proves nothing. Yes. Inquisition. Cleanse with fire that which is impure. Some people just want to watch the world burn. Sacrifice all on the altar of battle. I'd rather survive, to be honest with you, but sacrifice is conviction. So here we are on this prison ship, which we saw in the opening cutscene.
Prisoners all secure, ma'am.
Wait, no. Different ship.
I'll check for myself if you don't mind.
Of course, ma'am. But do be wary. Every one of them's a filthy heretic.
That one certainly is. Keep him intact. No accidents. My master wants to interrogate him as soon as we reach the hive.
Of course, ma'am. Upon my life.
High priority prisoner? Okay.
This one, however...
Makes you wonder why we even bother shipping trash like that.
Hey.
Save a lot of data slate work just to process the execution notice now.
What do you say, criminal? Shall I put you out of your misery?
And ours, you would.
Be quiet. Well? Nothing to say?
This is a mistake. I am a loyal servant of the throne.
But of course. I'll just let you out now, then.
Shame you'll never get to prove that.
If the Emperor wills it.
Private Sarah! We're boarded!
Catapult now!
Come with us, brother. We have a way out. What do we do about that one? Nothing. The boxers will be here to feed soon enough.
By the grace of the Emperor. See where the blast's edge was? It took out that corner of my cell right next to me, and yet it didn't hurt me at all. Truly, this is his will. I guess I have a chance to prove myself.
I may have been betrayed by my fellows, but I shall not betray the Imperium.
Well, found a comm device down here apparently, so let's go ahead and move on into the plumbing. Ah yes. Unfortunately this is quite likely to be real if we build ships of this scale, because that's the main thing stopping us with like ships, like spaceships and things like that. It's like living things have a lot of plumbing and support systems involved. So yeah, this is quite likely to turn up. Let's drop down here. And yep, there we go.
Here.
A poxwalker. That sounds like Nurgle's thing. Oh, hello. There's my sprint button. Okay. Cell block access 9. Okay, so I took some shield damage, but my health is still okay. White is health, blue is shield. Or blue is something else. I don't think it's armor because I don't think I'm wearing any armor. I'm still in prison garb after all. Oh, hey. Hey, buddies. Oh, escapee. Don't know why he ran this way, because there was no obvious... Well, actually, he could have scaled over that, couldn't he? Oh well. Heretic containment. Well, I am no heretic. I was just betrayed by my fellows. I'm good.
Link up with the vessel's defenders for my services.
I need armed fire response teams in the Block 87 Bay area. Blast is thrown, there's no end to them.
That's okay, I'll keep on moving. I'm just noting the general design. Like, that's definitely an isolation tower. Maybe it's guard control or something like that. But offer my services. Yeah, I am loyal still, despite what's happened, because I know it was a failing of man that led me to be here, not the will of Heon Terror. So for the Emperor and all that jazz. Oh, bye day. Hold to charge heavy. Yeah, out of my way, please, and thank you. My shovel is my guide.
Clean kill, more so than deserved.
Yes, purge the heathen and the heretic, you guys.
Where are my carking reinforcements? Security stations are overrun. We'll have to hold them in prisoner containment.
She's not having a good time, is she? Yeah, these guys are traitors, or they're trying to rescue their buddies. Various groups have different levels of loyalty to the Imperium, and sometimes they just do this. But the fact that we've got poxwalkers and things made me think that there is a taint of chaos to all of this. I don't know the storyline in this game, so that's my guess. Though the fact we also saw like big bulbous creatures in the first cinematic, that's typically ilk of Nurgle, Grandfather Nurgle, that, you know, the one about rot and decay, and also finality and death and resolve, and, you know, depends on which theory you subscribe to. I mean, that foul chaos god that likes to poison people, yes. Who created the disease called phantom itching, so that limbs itch even if they're not there anymore, specifically to mess with the Emperor. Hallowed be his name. And if you get that reference, good for you. You have watched something which is very nice and should not have ended the way it did. Fight up there, but I'm down here. I'll leave them to it. Just don't draw attention to myself. They'll probably shoot me as an escaping prisoner. Look at all the lighting and stuff, though. This game is so well detailed. It's one of the reasons I wanted to get this for quite a while before I actually picked it up. Okay, where are we? Wait for pressure balance. I'm guessing that's just an airlock because it said authenticate. I guess it was checking that I wasn't like a first class inmate or something. Does that mean I'm being underestimated? Maybe.
This deck is lost to the heretics. Perhaps that elevator offers a new path.
Fingers crossed. I don't want to be here. Also, more tools and bags and things. You know the whole like, what you'd like to be in other worlds? I think that quite a lot. But 40k is one of those universes where you really do not want to be suddenly translocated into this universe, because odds are you are going to do nothing, have nothing, and die a very slow, very painful death. Or live a completely unfulfilled life of sheer work and drudgery with nothing to really show for it physically. So it's just like, you know, all in the service of the Emperor. I mean, everything is fine here. They have rainbows. The Imperium is everything a human could ever want. Yes. And that's the other reason I like this setting. I can just be sarcastic about the Imperium all day and it'll all be true. Bit of a fight. Let's get myself some loot. Oh hey, I've got a... Is that a auto rifle? Hello.
Great. You come for blood too, criminal?
I was hoping that I glowed like that. Yes, look at me.
You said you were a loyal servant of the throne.
Yeah.
I did.
Needs must. Yep, I'll show you what I can do. Let us go. Oh yeah, this thing sounds nice.
I'm giving you a chance. Cross me and you're dead. You understand, criminal?
I pledge my service gladly.
Yeah, I forgot to mention during character creation, there are some items that are locked by class, and I also realised, which I didn't know before this recording started, that there are also some things, like there's some eye colours in particular, which are also locked by choice of homeworld. So some options are actually locked off depending on what you choose during character creation. I just found that quite interesting. Not many, most stuff is available, but everything does have a few unique options to it.
Understood.
get to the hangar bay. Let us go. We are loyal to the Emperor, and this is not his will. What's going on here? So...
You're actually not bad at this. Training never leaves you.
Training never leaves you. When was I trained to shoot? I didn't pick anything like that in my backstory, I suppose. But then again, it was probably just like the jobs I was in probably did require some level of weapon operating. Let's see, and missiles. Aha!
Come on!
I believe that is our ride. Reach the Storm Raptor. There we go.
Masuzi, get us the hell out of here!
Stand by, Zola. The guidance is out. I need a minute to recalibrate.
A minute, as long as it is just a minute. I mean, we can hear incoming. And see incoming, hello.
Great.
Yep. Well, purge the heretics, as we say. Hey, it's got a click like an M1. Nice.
If that is our fate.
Masuzi, you done any time soon?
Still alive out there. Guidance is decent, so we're out of here.
Well, I got you to your transport.
Well, you coming or not? You helped me. Maybe I can help you. No promises. Probably wind up dead.
I was dead anyway.
Very poetic. Just don't tell anyone I let an escaped prisoner save my life. Or you'll be more than dead.
Notice the key word there. Let. The traitor shall reap a bitter harvest of vengeance and death. Yes. I do like how I've got a glowing eye though. I'm quite happy with that.
Welcome to the Morning Star, Inquisitor Grendel's void ship, and you're home from now until you're no longer of use to us.
Home until we are no longer of use to them. That kind of sums up the Imperium, but it also sums up a lot about real life as well, sadly. Anyway, report to the Strategium, which is... this way? Yeah, this way. Okay. And yeah, this is our general hub area. We'll be able to take missions and also like do shops and challenges and things from here. But right now everything's still locked down because I'm still very much getting grounded. So we're still in tutorial mode. Go to the Strategium. Let us go.
Ah, so the next step before we can...
Is this kind of no-oper the best we can recruit these days?
This one could be useful. Claims to be a loyal servant of the throne.
Sounds great.
This
I'm
is...
Sergeant Major Morrow. You're fresh meat. Mission briefings come through me. Let's see what you can do.
All right. Get to the Psychanium.
He's thrilled to have me here.
So far, so good. Next up, you're to report to Stephanie at the Psychanium for additional training. Take my advice. Don't stare. She doesn't like it.
Okay, Stephanie in the
You must be the
Psychanium.
new recruit Explicator Zola spoke of. If I'm honest, and I am seldom otherwise, I am not impressed. No wonder she recommended you for further training.
I just like how my eye glows in the dark. Also, a voice spoke in my head, and it's not the usual ones telling me to burn things. What kind of sorcery is this? Oh wait, it's a fellow psyker. Hello. I've never heard of professional courtesy between fellows of the same practice. Mind you, psykers are a very diverse bunch.
Welcome to the meat grinder. Everything here may feel real, but don't worry, you won't get hurt. Not unless you anger poor Stephanie. Don't be alarmed by my little puppets, but do shoot them, or hit them, a lot, with whatever weapon takes your fancy. They won't feel it. They're not real. They exist only so that you can learn more about me and about the weapons you carry. Stay as long as you like. Stephanie likes the company and the taste of your bloodlust.
Okay, so this is our training area. Stephanie is a psyker in service to the Inquisitor who runs this ship. And basically she has the ability to project warp realms into and around the people nearby, or something along those lines. But basically she can manifest a training space. And as you just noted, our targets in there are not real. But they can still interact with us, so...
What training do you seek?
Mortis trials, meat grinder, additional training. Basics right now. Basic training must be operative. Basic training grants access to the mission terminal and your standard issue war gear. Kascham Mark 1 Devil's Claw sword and Acetran MG Mark 2 heavy las pistol. I'm kind of more fond of my autogun, to be entirely honest with you, but well, weapons do vary a tiny bit. There can be no victory without conviction.
Oh, welcome to the Psychanium, little one. Let's make a soldier of you. You can chain light or heavy attacks in any order. Chained attacks have different angles of attack and damage properties. Hey!
Okay, perform heavy chain attack. Yeah, you're fine.
Some weapons have a powerful special attack. Others have a special ability that changes their next attack.
Okay, so 5, I think it's this one. Oh, yep, that is now warp charged. Very nice. And what you've seen there is my Psyker's heat building up. So basically my side effects. There we go. So yeah, if I get too active with the warp, kind of like the fire sorceress in Vermintide, who was also my main character of Vermintide, by the way, which is part of why I was kind of drawn to the cycle a little bit. Can use special abilities, but can't overdo it, otherwise they risk just knocking themselves out. So this is stab and then push, okay.
Pushing can stagger groups of enemies. Pushing requires stamina.
So like this. There we go.
Psykers always have access to psychic abilities in combat. Psychic abilities build peril. Too much peril is lethal. Meditate to quell your peril.
Okay, so peril is just this. Hold left mouse to lock psychic power on the target. Hold right to charge a psychic power. Oh, and there goes the peril. Oops. Hold R to Q, quell peril. Right. I wonder if it's like in Vermintide, there's some things that take advantage of you actually being a high peril to affect your abilities. There probably is. I'm not too familiar with the skill trees. That's kind of why I was taking advice on what to pick and how I might go about it. There we go. Use F to unleash wave of warp a bit energy to stagger enemies in front of you. That sounds quite useful. I know I can swap that out for some other abilities though.
Allows you to evade range fire and melee attacks. Enemy attacks initially damage your toughness. Once your toughness is broken, they damage your health. Additionally, enemy attacks will stagger and stun you if you have no toughness.
Okay, so toughness is damage soak, basically.
Killing enemies
Got it.
in melee replenishes toughness. Each nearby teammate also grants toughness regeneration.
So passive regen if I'm near teammates, or I can just get kills to replenish that. Okay, replenish with cold coherency. How good is that? Actually, pretty good. All right. Thank you.
That marks the end of basic training. You are now ready to serve. Should you wish to further hone your knowledge, you can undertake advanced training.
Recommend to continue training, not mandatory, so can always be accessed from the Morning Star. Okay. Let's leave that be for now. Intellect is the mask of the traitor. Yes, I've been deceiving you all. I am truly Iron Mark II. Haha! Anyway, we got stuff now. We got our inventory starting up. Very good. We got the basic Devil's Claw, we got the basic pistols. And that's all we've got right now because we haven't got anything else. Though we have now got access to some cosmetics, loadouts, masteries, things like that. How are my masteries doing? Oh, that carries over between characters apparently. Didn't know that one. Combat, got Devil's Claw Sword, Infantry Autogun, which you can see I've barely used. And then the Heavy Last Pistol I've used a couple of times. So there we go. Okay.
You're wanted in the Sanctum Dictatus. Seems the Inquisitor wants to take a look at you. Let's hope you don't disappoint.
Yeah, it's fine by me. Report to the Sanctum Dictatus. Basically, it's a sanctuary where they dictate things to you. Also, it's the one with the big red carpet and the fancy door. Hey, the Imperium focuses on what's really important. Zeal and fervor shall guide you. Burn the heretic, kill the mutant, purge the unclean. Let not the traitorous live. Blessed are they whose aim is true. purge the impure. We do not flinch from death. A suspicious mind is a healthy mind. I don't know why it's waiting for other players. I'm the only one here. Oh, that's a servitor.
I am Grendel. It is my honor to serve the God Emperor of mankind and fight the darkness that contaminates the Imperium. The supreme power of the Holy Inquisition is mine to wield. Who am I? I'm a warrior. The hive world of Atoma Prime is a vital stronghold of Imperial power. No matter the darkness, no matter the racking storms of space, Atoma Prime must stand resolute. But a threat has come. The very darkness I am sworn to deny. Who am I? I'm a warrior. I have learned that Atoma is cast by the dark stain of truth. Chaos is the arch-enemy of mankind. It is the damnation of the warp. It is everything I am sworn to oppose. Who am I? I'm a warrior! It can only be cast out by the light of the throne and the scourging touch of flames. Who am I? I'm a warrior! As an instrument of the Inquisition, and no matter the risk to body and soul, I will purge the hive from top to bottom, and cut out every scrap of darkness I find. Who am I?
I am a warrior. 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 I am a turnip. I am a warrior. Well, I feel motivated. Okay. Now then, this is where my question mark comes from how I'm going to go about this. I'm going to have a quick look around here, see what's available nearby, and then we'll proceed to our first mission.
Lady Alice, I trust you aren't neglecting your seneschal's duties.
Oh, me? No, of course not. Why, what you heard?
Oh. I do hope we're not going to have one of our little talks again.
Don't you worry, Lady Amora. Everything's in hand. Better get back to work, I guess.
Yep. I'm going to drop into the mission, so this episode will be long, just because I'm still kind of in tutorial mode, I think. So, yeah. First mission will also be included for this one.
I have a contract that will suit you to a T. Word on where Brunt is at? I've not heard anything.
Soldiers of the Blessed Emperor, I am Hestia Prime, a daughter of Messalina and representative of the Holy Inquisition. It is my solemn duty to stand in witness to your deeds and to record the penances you undertake. History shall remember the martyrs who fell in Atoma's defense. May Saint Messalina walk ever beside you in the Emperor's light. Though it take a lifetime of blood and strife, Atoma shall be free. Atonement is the very worthiest of goals.
Okay, and this is where I go to do penances, which unlocks to various cosmetics and rewards as we go along here. Oh, there's actual stances as well. Okay. But yeah, this is basically my challenge list as we go through. So you can see that there's progress here, but as I said, there were some test characters before this one started up, so that's that.
Farewell, directionless one.
Hey, I know where I'm going. I'm going this way. No, I'm going this way. This way? Yeah, this way. I know what I'm doing. I'm looking for this. The Armory Exchange. Complete Battle 1. Yes. Unfortunately, much here is currently locked off behind battles. Let's try the upside. Complete Battle 4. Yeah, so things are going to be unlocking as we go. So I do need to be moving on with the mission. That I do want to play and actually get into this.
Down in the hourglass.
Oh.
We're losing wormwoods and strike teams left and right.
I think this calls for a council of war, don't you?
Right you are, sir. Let me talk to Explicator Solar first.
Okay, and let me just very quickly check and cosmetic and stuff. Because I actually have a couple due to the fact that I think I've got the collector's edition. There we go, just figured I'd show you. So I've got the Mortis set. Again, I think that's just like collector's edition bit there, so a bit of extra cosmetics. I've changed my trousers out for a bit more rugged. I've got a backpack because, you know, I've got to carry my statue polishing supplies with me. You never know when you'll find an appropriate shrine down there on a hive world that needs some attention, especially if the Inquisition is being sent in to sort something out. I've also double-checked my weapons. The Lance Pistol is currently tooled up to do a bit of extra impact when dealing critical hits, so precision for that. While the Devil's Sword, I hadn't actually spec'd any masteries into yet. So my blessings have taken it down the route of dealing with crowds of enemies, so especially hitting multiple targets in a single swing. Hit at least 3 enemies, hit at least 3 enemies, and extra impact for each enemy already hitting the same attack. So, especially a crowd thinner, this one, with how it's geared. And yes, I will show you for completeness, the heavy pistol is set up with suppression immunity on weak shot hits, and extra toughness on critical hits kills. So if I kill with crits, I regain some toughness through that as an extra route to recover my passive defense. So that's what we are doing. Now let us actually go ahead and review our mission terminal. We are going to be dropping into the first mission.
Found your way to the mission terminal, did ya?
Yep.
Guess that means I can't have you executed. Not yet. This is the heart of the operation. Your best friend if you want to stay in my good books. Atoma's in trouble. No two ways about it. The only hope we have in this mess lies in us sending our strike teams where they're needed. Making a difference wherever we can. For as long as we're still breathing. No guarantees on that last bit, by the way. So, ready to be a hero? Then think again. You're a reject. Fight like it.
As I said, we are not special. We are not a space marine. We are not anything like that. So, okay. Here we go. First mission, Railroaders. I'm including this in the first video, even though I've only got like about 10 minutes or so left before I hit an hour. Mainly because I also need to try and figure out how long a mission is likely to take, and then that's going to determine how well that goes. So, we are going to be playing in a public game. We're going to see what happens, and we are just going to go.
Right. Seeing as how you're new at this, I reckon the best thing to do is throw you in at the deep end, so enjoy it. The heretics control the bulk of the transit mover network running through Chasm Station. Moving supplies, personnel, the works. You're gonna redirect a train carrying an arch-heretic and ambush him on the platform. Got it? Then let's find out what you're made of.
Seek and destroy. I find it fun. Okay. Two Ogryns, eh? Looks like I've got we've got one veteran and two people who are generally useful.
We're barely holding on to this district, but today's little excursion should mean that folk can breathe easier. Kill one random heretic, nothing changes. Kill 1,000 random heretics, raises a smile, but that's it. But kill the right one, it brings their operations to a screaming halt for a bit. We can use that. First up, head for the marketplace. You can splice into the train scheduler from there.
It is time to bring justice to Tertium.
So it's worth noting, because I have no control of my teammates here, basically they're going to be setting the pace, so I can't really stop to have a look around and examine stuff. Mind you, it's not a good idea to stop around and examine stuff anyway. Because this is a horde shooter, and hordes will turn up very quickly. So we're just following our remembrance of Billy Bob over there. I saw that.
Not bad! We don't generally go in by the front door. Case in point, you'll need to use the ventilation tunnels to reach the market.
Bit of bone. Gristle stuck in there.
As you say. I'm just oh wait, yeah, we need to go that way. I've forgotten which way we were meant to go actually, so
The horrors of this war go ever deeper. I wish it were otherwise.
I'm saying here because this is a drop-off point. Come on. There we go.
So long
Yeah, so
as your boots trample only
we don't
the
want to
deserving,
leave people
I have
alone.
no issue with that assertion.
You what? Does that mean I can keep stomping?
Indeed you may.
Also worth noting, we do need to look around because there are items and things that will be scattered throughout the map. So we're going down here. Okay.
You're on the right track. Keep it moving. Work as a team and you'll pull through.
Ready and encouraging to making us work for it today, big man. Yes, sir. Let the war stop us. All right, A1. We don't know how to lose, right?
And I don't know which way we're going anyway, so that's why I'm kind of...
Remember, sweetheart. Want to see you.
Well, that was interesting. Okay. I don't mind though. I've still got 2 bits of health out of 3. But yeah, as you can see, this game gets a bit hectic, but we don't want to get separated because, well, we lose our toughness regeneration, but we also become a lot more vulnerable.
Focus on duty, and we may prevail.
Martin! Raise! I'll make it right.
Oh, that's worth noting. I'm a psyker, so I don't actually get grenades. My psychic powers replace that in my options.
Ammo!
Action bomber! It's dead now!
And I'm going to catch up because I am falling behind. Just
Pressure airlocks help the hive maintain integrity in the event of a disaster. I can't clear you to proceed unless you're all in position.
I am here. I didn't realise we had a bot with us though.
That's the strike point down there. Get the data interrogator in place and let it do its work. Be warned. They're unreliable and prone to needing restarts. If that happens, one of you work on the fix and the rest watch their back. Got it?
Shotgun! Fire!
Medicate station!
Yep, 4 charges, it stabs us with needles, and that's it. So, yep, let's go ahead and drop down. I am honestly struggling a bit to narrate, I think. But that's kind of how this game tends to be a little bit. Or this kind of game, I should probably say.
Data signal's good and strong.
Now, we need to protect ourselves. Or rather, we need to protect this. Right.
You got it. System 3.
Okay, I need to there, and there. Hey.
Good job.
I'm to die. I will make it count. Veteran, commendably done.
Try to be that standard, quick!
The machine requires attention.
Honestly, I'm not sure what I use. I thought I used a medkit, but apparently not. Whatever. Am I happy with my performance here? Ish. I'm still kind of getting back into the swing of it a little bit.
Fortuitous. Ammunition, roughneck.
Right, that's the easy part done. Next up, Chasm Terminus and our unlucky arch heretic. In case you were wondering, so far I'm not impressed. Not one of you know-opers would last a day on Armageddon. Lucky for you, Atoma's a much softer villain. With a bit of luck, you might last long enough to be useful.
Gotta light 'em up. That pilot's a character, isn't she? Needs a good dose of discipline.
I'm not sure she knows what protocol actually means.
As long as we laugh, who cares?
Can't you go any faster? We're going to have to toughen you up.
Oh, I can carry multiples. Okay.
I'm on track to it.
What the hell's happening in the middle?
I'm a fan talking. It's funny.
Lots of cover hereabouts. Put it to use, but watch out
It's a
for
combat
lurking
stim.
heretics.
Oh, I think it's damage boost. Okay. That explains that one.
Med stim.
No one? Okay. I'll take it then. There we go. Yeah, it was a combat sim I used before.
Can you hear me? You seem to have lost me.
No, you haven't. I'm just following.
Without duty, one has no purpose. Wouldn't you concur?
I think I've got a horde coming in.
Your service speaks for itself, roughneck!
Barrel's gonna blow!
What the hell?
There's Chasm Station. Get yourselves inside. Catch the guys at station. If they'd done their job right, they'd have weeded out the heretics before this went sideways. It always falls to the soldiers to clean up other folks' mess. That's to you, I guess.
Alright, I'm coming. Jeez. So there it is again. Sure, I'll take that. Damn it, wrong key. Right, so here we are at the station. I am not doing a great job of narrating this at all, am I? I'm being quiet because I'm trying to keep track of where my colleagues are too. But hey, needs must and all that jazz. I'll take the armor 10, sure. Easy enough, and
require healing?
Your
Medicate
body
station!
is in need of healing. May I apply? Applying. Applying.
there we go. Gotta remember, I've got Psychic Push, I've got Psychic Power. This is one of the reasons I was thinking of not going with the Psyker, to be honest. The fact that I knew I was going to start neglecting some of my abilities. And just try and figure things out that way. Hi. So yeah, I knew I was going to be not fully using my character, flat out. So I've got to remember I've got these things.
I must confess that I find your focus admirable. But you are also bitter. I fear that one day you will shatter to pieces.
Nope, can't break that. I was hoping we could for a moment there. That's okay. Medical crates. That's probably going to be useful to save that one, actually. Okay, hang on to that one for my teammates. Run through here. We've got ourselves a ammo tin. Yep. And now we're about to drop into the next section. But we are all here. I feel like I'm not contributing that much, to be honest with you. I mean, I am very much a helpful person to have around, but I'm not in gear yet, I don't think. Hi.
Last guard, the main event's still to come. I hope you're ready to fight.
Someone call for a grenade! It's down! Bomb into position! I want your head to swallow his own bomb!
Fortunately, my psychic power, I think, is actually single target. Leave it be. Still got to get used to that and figure out what I'm doing. Oh, hi.
That's the platform elevator, so get down there and end this. You can't take the target one-on-one, so work together. Teamwork, got it?
I got a miss. Not half bad. High praise indeed, coming from you. Are you feeling all right? I want to kill something. That's normal,
right? So,
yeah.
I feel like I have not narrated this at all well because I've mostly focused just like get to the place and then fight. Maybe that's why I'd never really recorded Vermintide much as well. Oh well. But here though, we have a target.
I have cast your bones in great lay back down.
There's the section redacted target. Take him out.
Nope, I just got pinned. Ow.
I feel its agony! Continue!
I knew you could handle this.
Excessive force authorized!
Alright. Maybe you aren't as useless as I thought. Time will tell.
Always got my back, soldier.
For some reason I thought that was my target. Oh well. Where is our target actually? Wait. Did Billy Bob already take him out? Oh, is that what a med station does? Okay, sure. I feel like I didn't really contribute that much there, but we'll find out in the final screen. Now, the other thing that I was looking for is, when choosing class, when I was playing as the... Oh. I'm getting some stuff. Why am I blanking on the class name right now? Ooh, Combat Axe. Okay, sure, I'll take it. Some experience went up. That's actually pretty nice. Okay. And I kind of would like to have, well, Vermintide gave us a more detailed breakdown of what happened there, but I don't see that, so I'm just going to move on. Yay.
Well, that could have gone tidier, but she got the job done. Putting the traitor lieutenant down in the dust has thrown the occupation of Chasm Station into disarray. Breaks my heart. Vanguard elements of the Mobian 21st are moving in even as we speak. As for you, seeing as you're still breathing, Explicator Zola wants a word.
I think if I'm going to be recording more of this game, I really should go more into a stream of consciousness, shouldn't I? Unidentified vessel in real space. The responses of warning salvo. I'm being summoned to the strategium. I think I need to do a stream of consciousness, really, because it's like, otherwise, there's going to be a bit of a lack of commentary. At least that was my impression from that run we just did. So, continue.
Enemy resistance in the hive is chewing holes in the warband. We're losing trained veterans. And what do I get to replace them with? Dirtbag raw recruits like you.
I saved your life, you know.
So here's a chance to impress me. You need to give us your best on every damn mission. You understand?
I was trying.
I'll be watching you, Acolyte. What does your best look like?
To be honest, not that. Not my recent performance. Though I haven't played Wormtide in a long time, I've not played Darktide in a long time either. Huh. But anyway, that did something important. It gave us access to the Armory Exchange. And that is a place where we can pick up additional war gear. Depending on our level, though. So here we go, Army Exchange.
An operative lives or dies by their weaponry, but the supply situation's dire, so we use whatever we can get our hands on. I've cleared you for access to the Armory Exchange. From there, you can requisition reconditioned weaponry recovered from the field. Be sure that you're always carrying the best that's available. Looking for a specific weapon type? Put in a request with Quartermaster Brunt, or one of his servitors. What you get won't be top of the line, but it should cater to your tastes.
Assignment Reclamation Zone 15A.
Assistance is available.
Okay, so it's kind of like with Death Corps of Krieg, how they try to preserve the supplies and recover the weaponry and equipment of any Kriegstrooper that gets taken down. In this case, yeah, we're a single ship. We don't have a manufactorum ship with us, especially like the Adeptus Mechanicus has actual ships that are just dedicated flying factories that go along with like full-on crusades and things like that. We might have a local on board thing that can produce a limited amount, but we really do want to be reusing as much as we can weapons and gear, which can be ours, it can be local troops, and it can sometimes be the enemies, so that's something to be aware of. So, actually weapons and curios, and it offer a range of things appropriate to our level. Notice though that the actual stat levels of everything varies a bit, even with this, so the minimum and maximum stats vary, and I need to pick something which matches what I want, so a bit more attack damage, a bit more attack speed, this kind of thing. All these weapon types I'm not familiar with especially as well. One second, I just need to double check real quick what I was advised to get. I believe it was a force sword. Let me double check that. Oh yeah, oh yeah, that was the quest, the one. Alright, so Zealot was the one I was thinking of, because I liked the feel of the Zealot's SMG in a skirmisher style pattern. Though, as you can saw there, I'm not the best at skirmishing either, or at least when I'm not in the zone. So, my advice was that I'll get to level 11 pretty quick with a sniper, and that is when the SMG becomes available, because that is actually a cross-class one, not a class-specific one. So, yeah, that'll level up fairly quickly. And as Psyker, grab a Devil's Claw sword until you get the Force Greatsword at rank 9. Devil's Claw sword is the advice. And a Vrax class V rifle as well. So Devil's Claw sword is what is recommended to me. And that's actually what I started with. Okay, so it is this one. Let's see if we can get a better version though. There's also Brunt's Armory. And this will let me just pay raw to acquire a random thing. But the requisition is stuff that's looted from the battlefield basically. So this is like a bunch of already pre-rolled things rather than one that's completely random. And let me see. Okay, this is my immediate loadout. So, I've equipped the combat axe from last time actually, because, you know, it's pretty powerful. Strike down anti-armor specialist, extra damage versus flak armored opponents, and also limb splitter blessing. Strengthens on your first attack every 5 seconds for plus 60% strength. And this one also has a first target effect rather than a cleave effect. So the other knife did extra damage based on number of enemies hit in the attack. This one, the first target hit takes extra damage instead. So single components, this thing is better at dealing with. But yeah, I've also got a Vigilant autogun. I hadn't realised that there are some variations even between the single weapon category. So the autogun we had previously in the prologue was just a standard rapid fire automatic one. The Vigilant I found in the armory is actually a burst fire one, which is not my normal weapon choice for the most part, but it has increased stopping power. So this should help with ammo conservation and also just like generally being kind of useful. Though if need be, I can just pick up a different weapon if this burst fire one isn't quite what I'm looking for. So there we go. I've also sorted out my masteries a little bit, so all that's all spent up. And the last thing I think to touch on for this particular episode, because, you know, this episode has gone on longer than planned, is that we've got the talent tree now unlocked as well, so I can start to spend points into talents and start digging into all this nonsense. We're up at the start though, so that's our default class, and we've got options like extra toughness replenishes on warp attack kills and stuff like that. I'm going to spec this a little bit for survivability to start out. So Quietude, replenish 4% toughness for each 10% of peril quelled or generated. So that's more useful to me the more I actually use my warp powers, which will help get me into the pattern of, you know, using my warp powers. And then battle meditation, minus 10% peril generation, 10% chance to quell 10% peril on kill. So reduced generation slightly nerfs Quietude a little bit, but not massively so. But a 10% chance to quell 10% peril on a kill, it will help me to manage my peril a bit better when it triggers. And of course, quell also means that Quietude will also trigger. So they'll go off each other. I didn't want to go for ones like killing an elite or specialist, because those are the special enemies. Sometimes they show up, sometimes they don't, and it depends on me killing them before someone else does, so not going to rely on that one. And this one is extra toughness regen, better than Quietude, but it depends on me getting a kill. Again, not going to depend on myself doing that. And then crit hits, replenish 10% toughness over 4 seconds. That might be a good one to go for, actually. Perfect timing, 3% damage for 10 seconds on a critical attack. And warp expenditure, melee weak spot kills restore 15% toughness over 3 seconds. Successful melee attacks restore 2.5% toughness instantly. Actually, that would be quite a powerful one. Successful melee attacks means if I hit someone with my weapon, I get a bit of toughness back straight away. That would actually be very handy to have. But I'll pick up battle meditation. And honestly, that would be a great support as well to have in place, or I can try to rush down here for better things. So, yeah, I need to pick where I'm going here. Brain Rupture, Smite, and Assail. So they're different abilities that can replace my Brain Burst. I think I prefer it if my Psychic ability was actually had some AoE to it. Brain Rupture is single targets. Smite, a torrent of bio-lightning, a fast channel attack locks down and stuns enemies while dealing damage. Spreads to nearby enemies, chance to increase spread rate and damage. Sorry, charge to increase. And then Assail, throws swift homing projectiles, form of psychic energy, less effective versus carapace armoured enemies, so that's against unarmoured enemies. But swift homing projectiles, potentially quite useful. Do I want to pick up Alpha Palpatine, or do I want to just use Magic Bolt? Magic Missile, basically, yeah. Probably, but I can reset when I want to. So, yeah, reset and refund, costs me nothing, and I can just respec when I care to. So let's pick this one up for a bit more durability as we do, because my toughness did keep going down there.
I expect any illicit technology acquisitions to be authorized through me, Commodore.
Expect away, but learn to live with disappointment.
Don't disrespect the local tech priest. That said, though, we are going to end there, so that is it. This has been I'm Matthew. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Sorry for my kind of lackluster commentary during the actual combat mission. I think I'll rerun that mission a couple of times just to get a bit more back into the game and a bit more paced. So, you know, hopefully I'll make more sense next time. And then I think before this part goes out, I will actually record a second part as well, and hopefully we'll do better than this one. But yeah, feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff helps me, helps channel, give me those virtual headbutts I also crave. And I'll catch you all some other time, where we service the Corpse Emperor on the Golden Porta Potty. Yes. I mean, glory to the Emperor. Yeah, glory to the Emperor.